All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Come on, let's go!
On second down, here's Cunningham. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Come on, let's go! Brad 38!
To throw on second down, Cunningham. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
A first down carry now for Crowell. Down to the 25. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Come on, let's go! Brad 38!
To throw on second down, Cunningham. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Let's go!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Let's go! What? 90! What?
He's going to get it running right. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And still fighting. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the 1st. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Well, last week he found his way in the backfield from that linebacker position for 4 tackles for a loss. Another one there first quarter.
Yeah, help me out. We were watching what he did last week. Did that field tilt in his favor where he was just running downhill the plays? It certainly felt like it, didn't it? It felt like it on that play as well.
To throw on 3rd down, Cunningham. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! No, Jack, Patriot!
Jackson now. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First and 10, it's Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Gets it to Meredith, complete. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Lucky 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And on the ground they go with the running back. He showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here we go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
And they'll run it here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Hey, you got three.
Off play action, it's Cunningham. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
From the gun on third down, Cunningham. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
Here's Cunningham from the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Crowell. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. White 90.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cunningham looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. What? 90.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
From the gun, Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So 1:56 to play in this first half. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is fielded at the 27. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Throw left side complete. It's Washington. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Here's Cunningham. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football.
And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Come on, let's go. Try 38.
From the gun, Cunningham. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he gets it down to the 32. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I just came out of my chair. Big-time run right there, and all of a sudden I realized...
Didn't reach the chains, did he?
How do you go that far? Create that type of an explosive play that'll be a check and a plus on every grade sheet and still not get a first down.
Yeah, they had put themselves in a bad spot, but a big gain, that helps. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now Jackson on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Bell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team, We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from here.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. A gain of 3, second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
A give to Bell. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson. That's complete to Meredith. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Jackson. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Stephon Tuitt in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, this from 34. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
Come
on. What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
19 yards there on the pickup. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And they'll go on the ground. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Let's go. Brand 38.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Frazier. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Brand 38.
The pitch to Crowell. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the 1st half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the 4th.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the 1st battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Boswell's kick is good. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
What they've been doing along the way, right, is almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Cunningham. Over the middle, complete. That's Logan. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Cunningham. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Cunningham. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And the Ravens taking the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stone. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now Jackson on second down. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 40 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll give it to him right up the gut. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So they're backed up to the 3-yard. They get it to him running left. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Steelers are close to finishing off this football game. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too. Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at the 43. He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They've gone final now out in Kansas City. The Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown advantage. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Javon Hargrave in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Gone.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Stephon Tuitt able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
Detroit!
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Steelers, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.